first just start by describing when you first pulled up on the scene?
Yes. When I first pulled up on scene, I had responded to a vehicle versus guardrail. There was a vehicle that was disabled on the right shoulder of the roadway, facing oncoming traffic. It was occupied by a female and her two children. I approached the vehicle, identified everybody, made sure they were okay, got a wrecker responding at that time. I went back to my car while the wrecker was still responding.
Okay. And can you tell me how you felt during that 5 minutes of your life?
Which 5 minutes are you referring to?
The whole thing.
It was insane. I mean, I really can't describe it in words. Everything just happened so fast. It was just reaction, really. That I wasn't thinking too in depth about what was going on. I was just trying to help whoever I could at that time.
Wait, can you tell me about the conditions that were occurring during the time of the crash?
Yes, sir. The conditions at that time, it would just snowed very heavily. There was a lot of black ice with a thin layer of snow cover on it, and it was still blizzarding out very heavily.
And where exactly did the accident take place?
It occurred on I-90 westbound at the 91-mile marker.
All right. And how many vehicles were involved? Just the one?
No, there was actually multiple vehicles involved. There was 2 passenger cars, a semi-truck, and another just a pickup truck pulling an empty car trailer. That vehicle, unfortunately, did not stop at the crash scene.
Okay. And how long did it take you to extricate the victims from their vehicle and help them?
I don't know what the exact time was. The time in my mind seemed like it took forever for everything to occur. I mean, it was like in slow motion.
And what was the disposition of the people in the car? Did they survive?
Yes, everybody, to my knowledge, has survived up to this point. There were some very serious injuries. There was also other injuries that were involved, but I really can't say to the extent of those injuries.
How did you feel getting back in your car, like driving away from the scene?
It was an adrenaline dump. I mean, I had to pull over, take some time just to rehash everything that had occurred. It was just overwhelming is the best way I could describe it.
Now, Wade, primarily, you highway patrol troopers, you travel alone, and so when you come upon a situation like this, you're by yourself. How does that affect your decision-making and the things you decide to do to help these folks?
We have a lot of training that we go through these types of situations, and we also train by ourselves. You know, in this particular circumstance, I was fortunate enough to have a cadet with me that was currently attending at the Montana Highway Patrol Academy, and he was able to help me tremendously through this. We've communicated with each other a lot since then, and it's been a really good overall experience between our bonding.
Have you visited with the victims since the accident?
I have, yes.
And how are they doing?
To my knowledge, they're doing good, as can be for the situation that they were involved in. Very unfortunate situation. I've lent my support towards them, as well as anybody else that was involved in that crash.